Tori, and today I'm here with another stack of books I bought at my library book sale, so I will show them to you now. First up, we have Mr. Squint by Jenny Partridge. Now, I have no idea what this book is about, but it's a little tiny children's book that appears to have some sort of a mole with little eyeglasses, and he looks adorable. The illustrations in this look so cute and charming. And on the back, you can kind of see here he's working at like a little tool bench or something. And so I just thought this was adorable, and I have to read it. Next, I have The Scarlet Letter by Daniel Hawthorne. Now, I don't know if I will ever actually read this book because it's one of those classics that I really want to have read, but I don't know that I actually want to read it. I actually just saw a really good discussion video about wanting to have read books but not necessarily wanting to read them that was done by One Book, One Review, and I'll link that down below. Basically, I understand her sentiments exactly, and so I don't know if I'll ever read this book. I have heard that it's a fairly readable for, like, based on the plot synopsis, it's not the kind of book I would pick up, but so many people love it. Maybe it's just written in a way that's really good. I don't know. But this book is adorable. It's tiny, it's pocket sized, it would fit so easily in a purse or maybe an actual pocket if it was like really oversized. And it's got this cute little red cover with gold writing along the spine and gold on the edges of the pages and the cute little bookmark. And it has a little sailboat on the cover and it just looks so adorable. So I got it mostly because it's pretty and will look good on my bookshelf, but someday I may read it, who knows. Next, I got 3 books by Iris Johansen. This one is The Ugly Duckling, and I actually borrowed this from a friend once and loved it. It's a thriller that I just really enjoyed. It is a standalone, but Iris Johansen has written quite a few series and other thriller novels, so I thought it might be fun to see if I like any of her others. So in addition to this one, which I know I love, I got 2 books whose titles I didn't even look at. They are apparently Pandora's Daughter and Chasing the Night, and I know nothing about them except that I liked a book by the same author. So I'll see. First of all, I need to look up and see if I can start reading them or if they're in the middle of a series and I need to like find the first book first. But I will definitely be interested to see if they are as good as this one. Next, I have Kitty Libber, Cat Cartoons by Women. This is a collection that was edited by Rosalind Warren, and it's just a book full of all different little cartoons about cats, and I absolutely adore cats. I read books about them all the time, and this is not the first cat comic collection that I have ever read, so I definitely had to pick this up because I want to read all the cat comics because cats are the most adorable things in the universe. This is Callie. She also loves books and she is here to help with the book haul. Next, I have Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I believe this is some sort of Beauty and the Beast retelling. I don't really know a lot about it, but it has a beautiful cover and I know I've seen it other places and kind of wanting to get it, so usually I'll kind of keep a mental list in my head of books I've seen at like actual bookstores where they're for sale for full price, and then so as soon as I see that cover at a book sale, I'm like, yes, I will pay 50 cents for this, and I buy it immediately. Next, I have Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is book 2 of the Lunar Chronicles series, which I've already read and reviewed. I will leave links to those in the video description. But this was my favorite book in the series, and I only got the books from my library. I didn't actually buy them. And so I thought since the only book they had at the book sale was my favorite one in the series, then that was fate telling me that I needed to own it. Next, I have 2 adorable children's books. Come Play House, which has a copyright date of 1948, and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which has a copyright date of 1949. The illustrations in these books just look so adorable. I love illustrated children's books from the 40s and 50s. I just think the style is so adorable and cute, and I just love it, so I had to get these. Next up, I have The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett. I've actually read this before. I listened to the audiobook, which I got from my library, so I don't actually own a physical copy of this book yet, and I thought that would be a good thing to own because it is such a famous film noir, and I enjoyed it so much, and I just thought it would be a good thing to have to reference and hold up and stare at because it's pretty. Next up, I have Love Lore by Julian Guerrer. Symbols, legends, and recipes for romance. And this looked just like a really cute little gift book kind of thing. It has all kinds of little snippets about different things that have been given as love tokens and like the history of romantic gestures and stuff. And I thought this would be a very cute book to save and read around Valentine's Day. Next, I have Cowgirls, Women of the Wild West by Elizabeth Clare Flood. And this looks like a lot of fun. I love basically everything from the Victorian era, and so it's really fun to read about the Wild West. and this has a lot of photos in it. Some of them are actually from the Victorian era, some of them are photos of clothing that survives from that era, and I believe some of them are like newer renditions of cowgirls as seen on like TV and in pop culture and stuff. But I just thought this all looked like a lot of fun. I love seeing the different outfits and the aesthetic. And then I also love it right here. It looks like there's a little section about horse diving, and when I was little, one of my favorite movies was Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, which is all about a woman diving horses off tall things into swimming pools. And so, yeah, this whole book just looked like a lot of fun. Next up, I have Ultimate Star Wars. Characters, creatures, locations, technology, and vehicles. And this is basically a Star Wars encyclopedia. You see these things all the time at like Costco and Barnes & Noble, and I don't usually pay full price for something like this just because they make so many of them and I never know which one to buy, but this was at the book sale, so I had to get it. It has a copyright date of 2015, so it includes the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, but none of the like newer stuff that's come out, but it just has all kinds of awesome information about Star Wars. And finally, I have The Tower of London by Christopher Hibbert. So this book is just all about the Tower of London and its history. I love reading about history, especially English history and like cultural things, and I have actually been inside the Tower of London and I got to tour it, which was so much fun. So I'm really excited to read this book. And it has like some beautiful like full page illustrations and just lots of really good historical information. All kinds of really fun stuff, so I'm excited to learn more about this wonderful place. So those are all the books I bought on this particular day. I'm sure I will be back in the pretty near future with another book haul because I always buy more books.